his name. Heard him say, are you shitting me? Lord, and I be just the same. He speaks his mind about that asinine asshole in our house. Yeah, John Beautiful, he likes to call it out. Yes, he does. Well, there's a blue dot down in Texas, that Texas Avenue. There's a blue dot family in the USA. And all over this world. Yeah, there's a blue dot family.
Hello, family. It is Thursday, baby. It's Thursday. It's time for another Blue Dot family meeting all the way from the frozen tundra of South Texas. Yes, it has been a rather cold few days down here, as I'm sure everybody has heard in the news. I want to thank everybody who sent out well wishes and regards down here. It has been indeed a few miserable days, and it has not helped with an incompetent state government. But hey, don't worry. Ted Cruz got the answer. Anyway, Cheryl Cashman is with us along with Cashmake. We appreciate you both so much. Sherry P., Dahlia Barrera is here. Dorothy Tyndall. Randy Peterson, I got to talk to him on the phone. We got plans working, baby. He's got plans, and they involve Corpus. So, anyway, Stephanie Dean is down here. Stephanie Dean is roasting in the sun at 86 degrees in Cocoa Beach. Sunny. I ain't going to say nothing because I used to rub it in people's face. Oh, we're 80 degrees down. No, we've been freezing. But bless your heart, baby. I hope Jay Clayton is doing fine. Remixtress is with us. Yogi B37 is with us. Randy Kervin, Rantin' Randy, thank you, brother, for being here. Dwayne Twizzle, Martha Olivera, Sue Bingle, Bridget C., thank you for being here. Sonia C., Keith Thompson, my buddy up in Minneapolis, who is well accustomed to this kind of weather, and evidently they don't have a whole lot of problems up there dealing with it, but hell, we do. Valerie Wood Rosato is here. Who else is here? Randy Hawks, Raven Hawks, I'm sorry. Eleanor Jars, Miss Linda is with us. Thank you all. Anyway, let me get here before I lose my shit. Claire Dines, how are you, dear? All over over in the UK. We appreciate you being here, darling. Thank you. Anyway, what's been going on? Well, shit, we're behind 3 days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and didn't get to nothing done. So we're way behind on a lot of things, but the big news down here in Texas is this weather that we have and the devastating crisis that it caused. I like to think that it's a natural disaster, but no, this is more of a man-made disaster. This is a result of 30 years, 3 decades under Republican control here in Texas. And the Republican Party in Texas only has one prime interest, and that's the oil and gas industry. My stinking ass, lying ass governor, Greg Abbott, the lying sack of shit, who ain't killed enough people with the COVID crap, he's going back around again. He's going over to Fox News. Fox, the bullshit mountain, the most anti-American bullshit you could put on your TV to espouse that it's this Green New Deal that's causing this crisis in Texas. We can't rely on these windmills here. Look at them, they're freezing up and the sun ain't coming out and there's no electricity. So we can't do are you shitting? the lion's sack of shit is not going to waste a crisis without taking full advantage of it and in some political manner. In this case, AOC. Oh, we got to get AOC and the Green New Deal. It's going to kill Texas down here. No, you know what kills Texas? This stinking party's love affair with the oil and gas industry down here, baby. There's more than that in Texas, but not according to Greg Abbott. Held on now. Now, in contrast, you can go over there and see his little clip on Fox Spews and how he framed it over there, and then come over and look at the local stations down here and everything that ran it, where he's explaining that the real reason is because natural gas pipelines, A, froze up, and B, the generators in these plants aren't winterized. And this happened in 2011 when ERCOT was warned, the Energy, the Electric Reliability Council of Texas. You know, Texas has its own grid. A lot of people knew that already. And the reason that Texas has its own grid of electricity is because Texas doesn't want to abide by the federal regulations. So screw them, and we'll just keep it down here by ourselves. We don't need to upgrade that shit. Our infrastructure's fine down here. It never gets below 70. 30 years of wasting money, wasting opportunities to upgrade our infrastructure. And he's out there spreading bullshit. Ted Cruz, though. Ted Cruz found the idea. He knows what's good for Texas. Moved to Cancun. That's what my senator did. Ted Cruz packed up when it got cold down here, lost all his, but let's just go on to Cancun, buddy. Everybody does, you know. We're just like everybody else. I'm just trying to be a good daddy. Is that what he said?
If that it was his kids that made that decision.
His kids voted for Beto O'Rourke. They liked
Yeah.
Beto. Didn't vote for him, but they liked him a whole lot better than like I did. And this state would have been a whole lot better off at electing Beto over this booger-eating sack of crap that we have here. And don't think that Michael Cloud District 27 is any better. Ain't nobody seen his ass either. I'm sure he's down in Cancun probably relaxing in the sun too. I don't know.
That's what's sad, isn't it? Because a lot of people on the internet right now are referencing Texans as, oh, they can't handle a little bit of cold. And it's like, well, you know, it's safe to say that you can think that.
We're not
out of the
especially
joke.
in deep South Texas, we're not prepared for this.
But a lot of what's going on is outside of what is in our control. I mean, we're talking this statewide power outage. You know, people are having to burn their own furniture to...
Well, they're tearing down their backyard fences.
Yeah.
To put in the fireplace, if you're lucky enough to have a fireplace. If not, you're in the backyard with a burn barrel.
Yeah. What sucks is, and I know, and you know, this is all I got to say on it. This is a disgusting. Like, I'm proud to be a Texan, my ass. I've been very reluctant to be proud of being from this state for a while because of our leadership. But now I've been on the phone with my friends who have unfortunately lost some of their animals to the cold. I know the same fear because me and Rose were down on the floor for a while when the power was out, trying to keep our animals warm, doing what we can. And, you know, we're fortunate because right now we have power.
We got power.
And
we got heat.
We got
Praise
each
the
other,
Lord.
you know, and right now, like, there's so many people who have it so much worse. So it's just, you know...
There are still millions right here in Texas right now without power.
Yeah.
They're not expected to have power for another 2 days.
So when I hear Ted Cruz going out to Cancun, it wasn't much of a surprise, but, you know, it's just one of those, dude, shame on you. Like, fuck yourself. Fuck you.
And the horse
Like,
you rode in. Take your ugly wife
It's disgusting.
with you.
It's absolutely
Hey, I heard
fucking
it.
disgusting. And, yeah, if I had the chance to get out of this fucking state, you bet your sweet ass I would. Because I don't care if it gets colder anywhere else. It's not about that. It's about having their shit together. And right now, our stores are empty. Right now, gasoline's not going in and out of the city.
No.
You know,
There's hardly any gas stations. Well, they got it today. They had some this morning.
Did they have some this morning?
They had some today when I went to town, but for days.
Sorry, a little bit of progress.
Yeah, a little bit of progress here, but I went to H-E-B and there's not a thing on the shelf. There ain't no bread. English muffins, and there was only like 3 or 4 packages of them left. I snagged 2.
Yeah.
We're going to have English muffins for a few days, I guess.
And I'm
if you
thankful
want
we
bread.
got food. Fuck it,
No.
we got food.
No dairy, no.
So
I mean, the store shelves look. Yeah, we're fine.
yeah,
We
we're
got
fucking
groceries,
fine
we
in
got-
comparison to some. And that's what pisses me off is just talking to my friends who live in the bigger cities.
Yeah,
And-
Houston is really taking it back. San Antonio, it's still snowing up there. Big Johnson just said it a minute ago. It's still snowing in San Antonio.
All to get away from regulations. That's why we have our own
That's
power
why we
grid.
got it. That's why we have our own power.
You know what's
grid,
sad?
because we
I didn't
don't
even
wanna
know
abide
that
by those
until-
federal regulations.
I personally didn't even know that until this shit happened, and it just pisses me the fuck off.
You seen that picture
Yeah.
in Texarkana, where it's called State Street, and the state line runs down the middle of the street in that town. So one half of the street is in Arkansas, the other half of the street is in Texas. So you have opposing traffic, and each lane is in a different state. The Arkansas side, yep, they done come by and plowed that, put salt down and all that, no problem right there. Blacktop road, you could drive forever. Right on the other side of the street in Texas, not a thing. Snow covered and just piled up. I'm not even sure they had electricity on that side of the street.
Probably not.
It's ridiculous. And I hope that this crisis points to the necessity that Texas better get their shit together and unglue their ass from oil and gas and get their shit together and start improving the infrastructure here.
And I beg everybody who is living through this in Texas, I mean, I'm pretty sure it's safe to say with our group of people here with us tonight, it goes without saying, but remember this when it's time to vote again. It's not a presidential election, but my God, our state is, your state, anybody's state is very important. And right now it's like, I've always wanted Cruz out. I've wanted Abbott out for a long time, but right now it's more than ever. It's like, please, for the love of God, we can't afford this, and unfortunately, this is going to happen again. We all know it's coming. So, on that note, let me get Discord set up, and But so, if you know anybody in Texas, try to get a hold of them, please, because right now it's not easy for anybody right now.
Yeah. Well, Ted Cruz was out visiting Cancun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Beto's been on the phone calling people all across the state.
He's actually
making
doing
sure
the
that
job
they're-
of a senator. Who would have thought?
Yeah, who would have thought? Who gives a
Fuck
shit?
Ted Cruz.
Curtis Wood donated $5 and said, and then your fitter says, what makes me think Curtis is a fitter? I'm just saying. And then your fitter says, now that is a wonderful weld. Well done, bro. Thoughts and prayers, John. Thank you very much, Curtis. If you're a fitter, then you're a welder too, probably. Yeah, it's one of my favorite shirts now. Nana Lovely sent me.
I agree with Michael James.
What do you
Maybe
say?
they
What
should
do you
build a power grid instead of walls.
Hey, maybe that. Hey,
That'd fucking work.
who
way
would have
better.
thought? Upgrade the infrastructure or build a wall? Let's see. Oh yeah, great Abbott, build a wall. That's the way it goes down here. Bunch of bigoted assholes who want to suck up to a king. That's what we've suffered for, just like the rest of this country has for 4 years. But Greg Abbott has taken it over the edge, baby. He doesn't give a crap. He lies through his teeth. Hell, our attorney general's up on charges under corruption and all that shit. Everybody in my state in the Republican Party is corrupt, it appears. Hell, we had a mayor in, where is that? Colorado Springs, Texas. Mayor had to resign because he put out some disgusting Facebook crap saying that he was sick and tired of these whiny babies crying about electricity and food and water. You should be self-sufficient. Only the strong survive. If you haven't got firewood, that's your own fault. If you're dying, that's because you didn't try hard. He put out a whole tirade of shit and then had to resign a few hours later because he's stupid. My comment was that, well, next time you cut yourself real bad, want to call an ambulance, kiss off, asshole. Get the sewing kit out and sew it up your shitting self. These people, like this, I don't even know his freaking name, this mayor of Colorado Springs, Texas, is about as ignorant as they come here in Texas. Well, wait a minute, we got Louis. Oh, wait, we got Ted Cruz. We got Michael Cloud. I'm sorry. Yeah, pretty much all ignorant idiots down here. I'm tired of it. Anyway. Let me catch this up before we bring our guests in. Teresa Diggum donated $5 through Super Chat and said, my heart breaks for y'all, shaking my head. I don't even know what to say, except I certainly hope and pray Texas wakes up and votes out those GOPers. Indeed, baby. Karen Van Wyck donated $5 and said, I see you are thawed out.
Barely.
I think the bone marrow is still going to take a couple days to warm up. At one point, we were outside in the truck with the heater running.
Tyler had fires going on outside. We were.
Yeah.
The only thing I could
we
say
was cooking
that was,
outside.
Yeah,
These
I was
little
about to say,
pot-belly stoves I made.
The only thing I could say that was fun about this entire situation was just cooking outside.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was
Get to
nice.
go cook outside get that pot out here.
Yeah.
Anyway, Diana Mallory donated $10 and said, President Biden, I am disappointed in you. You could have at least gone to Texas and throw some blankets. Jeez, even Trump took hurricane victims' paper towel. Touche. We didn't even get that. Anyway, Tracy Tobias donated $5 through Super Chat. Tracy, thank you very much. And Ted Torkelson came right behind her and donated $5 and said, Texas is freezing. Ted's in Cancun. Limbaugh is dead. Da, 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 da. Trump is a buffoon. Da, 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 da. And Minnesota windmills work at 25 below zero. They are weatherized. Go Joe. Indeed, that's what I love. Somebody put up a meme, and it was all these windmills in Iowa and Wisconsin. There ain't nothing wrong with them suckers. They're all working all right. 10% of Texas wind energy comes from renewable energy. 10%. 60% relies on natural gas and coal, because we still like to burn the fucking nasty shit. That's where it came in. That's where the problem arose. It wasn't the renewable end. It was still cranking, baby. It was the oil, the gas pipelines shutting down. They can't get the coal through because fucking trains are shut down or some shit. Yeah, that's us, baby. Get the sticks together and start rubbing them. Bernadette, y'all are used to power outages up there, rolling power outages. I remember that because Ted Cruz tweeted out that thanks to your Democratic governorship out there that California didn't know how to maintain their power grid. Ain't that some shit?
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah, that motherfucker Cancun Cruz.
Yeah, Cancun Cruz, baby.
Up. Can you play that for me?
Which one?
Fuck up.
Wait.
Yeah.
I just need you to shut
Hey, Ted Cruz.
It's
It's just, nostalgic little music there for you, Ted. Take your whole family down to Cancun, really? We all hope they were comfortable down there. Ted turned around, though. Ted turned around and said, I'm coming back. I only went overnight, you lying sack of shit. Anyway.
John.
Thank you.
It is so good to hear your voice. I want to let you know, Robin Kincaid from the Horn Network was concerned about you today on his show because he hadn't heard from you. A lot of people are concerned about you.
Bernadette, thank you. I spoke to Bernadette yesterday.
Your animals.
Because we had power for a little while, and we thought, well, we're going live.
Yes.
I'm going to go live tonight.
And I told everybody you were going live, and everybody was all excited. And then I had to go back and tell them, that's not going to happen. It's not going to happen, you guys.
I'm sorry. I apologize deeply.
I know exactly how you guys are feeling. If you have to go out and burn your fence posts, burn a few planks off your neighbor's house, do whatever you need to do to stay warm and keep yourselves fed. Okay? Do whatever you need to do.
That's what the problem is.
Unfucking believable.
Unbelievable.
Unfucking believable.
It's not only that,
Unfucking
but there was
John.
no gas. The grocery stores, the trucks can't get on the road, so because we don't have snowplows and shit to take care of the highway down here for that stuff.
And I meant what I said yesterday. If you need water supplies, let me know.
Oh, Lord.
My son works at an agriculture shop. I could get them dirt cheap. I have them shipped to you.
Oh, Lord.
Get there as soon as they could possibly get there, John. I'm serious about that.
Marcia and I were discussing
We have
that
to
come
take care
this
of one
summer, I
another.
am going to put together a kit of every freaking fitting that is on this house and make sure that I have several replacements for everything.
And something else I want to say before I move on, John, let other people talk. As a country, people, please do whatever you can. Prep yourself. Your government is not there
reliable.
to help you.
Nope. You can't rely on Uncle Sam all the time, your state government or your federal
Prep
government.
yourself. Get some extra food. Get some water. Find an alternative heating source. Be able to cook some food. This is serious business. People are dying in this shit.
We have had 16 deaths here in Texas that are weather related. 16.
Lord have mercy.
That's too many. for, and there's a lot of people
One
that,
is too many.
yeah, we are not prepared
Because
for this. We're
from
used
what
to
I
having freezing
understand,
temperatures for maybe 12 hours.
Texas government was told back in 2011
Yes.
that this very thing which is happening now was a possibility. And
It's
these
gonna happen if
fuckers
you
act
don't
like
weatherize
they
your
don't
plant.
know.
If you don't weatherize your, that's what they told us in 2011. If you don't weatherize these generating stations, it's not going to withstand another cold front that we had in 2011. Well, guess what? It came with a vengeance this time, and it is still. Again, they're saying a couple of these people that are without power now are still probably going to remain without power for a couple more days. So we're having people 4, 5, 6 days without power.
Thank God Rush Limbaugh is dead and
Yeah.
Trump is not in office
Hell's
at this
burning
moment.
a little hotter nowadays.
Thank God.
I think so. Yeah, somebody asked me, I seen it. We can't make fun of a dead guy. We have to respect. No, I don't have
Oh,
to
yes,
respect
we
that
can.
limp dick
Oh,
sucker.
yes, we can.
I'll give him as much respect as what that he gave Justice Ginsburg when she died. Screw that guy. And like I said, hell just got a little hotter. Anyway, Bernadette, let's get everybody else in here. Sparky Dunk, speaking of over there at the Robin Kincaid Show. How are you, Spark?
Well, I'm fine. I come over here to get a report. Bernadette already told you that Robin was talking about it, and he was
Well, I
wondering
appreciate
about your
that.
pipes.
Yeah, the pipes suck.
He said you're probably hopping mad, and
Oh, she got that right, because it's nothing like going to the store. And let me tell you, Spark, the trip to Home Depot twice was no fun, baby, because the store was empty except for one aisle, the PVC aisle. Holy shit. It was a madhouse. If you could even, the pipe was fine. You wanted to buy you 10 sticks of pipe? They're right there. Grab you some. Go on up the register. That's not the problem. The problem is on the other side of the aisle where all those little containers are with all the little fittings you need. Yeah, that's been ransacked and everything's tossed around, so you're over there trying to dig through shit. Luckily for me, I found, it wasn't the part I needed, but it was a part that you could work with if you just found another part to go with it. And luckily I did. So I did that 3 times and solved my problem. My water is not fixed right now. What I have done is now cut off and capped off and put a valve in the line where it's broke and shut that part of the house off. So we have water in every part of the house except the kitchen. And we have cold water there, but not hot water. So I'm one pipeline away from returning normal to the inside of the house. And then outside of the house, I'm just going to have to run new lines all over the freaking place.
I do like the idea. It's like kind of keeping canned food on hand. We just need to get fittings and valves.
Fittings and valves and shit and the glue. And
Yep.
keep it all on hand, because I seen. Well, let's get everybody in here, Spark, and then I'll tell this little story. T.W. Travis, how are
I
you?
got a story too.
Oh,
we're doing pretty good.
good.
We're doing pretty good.
Are you?
I'm thinking of myself. I just was looking on Amazon last night for a tankless water heater. I found one for $68.
Really? There you go. That's
Yeah.
reasonable, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
I would think
reasonable,
so.
and it'll still use the same fittings. Hey, I become reliable when it becomes cold.
Yeah, no shit. Yep,
So-
when you ain't got no choice.
Just to say, for you poor guys in Texas, I want to say something.
Right.
This is Buford T. Justice, some bitch.
Some bitch. Some beach somewhere. There's a big beach. Anyway. And Velda Lee, baby, how are you?
Still freezing our asses off.
I bet so. You're north of me, baby. How's Wayne?
I know.
Is Wayne
He's
okay?
not doing too good today, but he's not doing too good today, but he's okay.
Okay. Well, we're glad to hear that. What you got power?
Yep. Yeah, I got power, but my furnace went. It's got a problem with my furnace. But anyways,
no.
make a long story short, I ended up burning all the firewood I had, plus books, to stay warm. And I talked to Hospice, and Hospice was kind enough to come out and bring me enough wood to last me 5 days.
Outstanding.
Good deal.
Outstanding. There are good.
And I am so blessed that way.
There's a story.
Absolutely.
Story out of Houston I saw where this young couple fireplace and everything. They had wood, but had run out of wood. No wood to be found. She saw this little message on social media. If people needed wood, she called. The guy at 5 o'clock in the morning, the guy brought out a load of, and did not charge her any more than what a normal load of wood would have cost. Did not up the price.
Awesome.
Yes, that's drag your ass out in that kind of miserable weather to deliver it, and not take advantage of that. People still have to make a living, but
when we got this place, when we got this place after we lost the other house, the one thing that I made sure that this place had was a fireplace.
Oh, I wish I had one.
So
now let me tell you my quick story before Sparky tells you his. So I'm at Home Depot. I'm deep in the crowd in front of the little boxes, maybe about 15 feet into the aisle, when all of a sudden I hear commotions to my right. I turn to look, and this guy, and now mind you, the aisle is packed. This old guy, probably about 60-something years old, comes around the corner in one of them little motorized shopping carts that Home Depot has. So he turns into the, and somebody had made a noise and said, "Excuse me," real loud, like in a rude way, like, "Excuse me," So I turned around to look, and here's this old man kind of nudging his cart and kind of giving it the gas there or whatever. And there's a lady standing in front of him. And he's right up against her. She's got nowhere to go. And he gives it a little bump on his fucking scooter and pushes her. And she says, "What are you doing?" He says, "Well, you got to move." And she said, "Well, can you see I got no place to go?" And he says, "Fuck you." Well, there it goes. They went back and forth, and I mean, some language is flying. There's guys around telling the old man, "Shut the fuck up, what are you doing?" He's still trying to push the gas on the fucking cart. And she's yelling at him. And then she yells something about, "You fucking asshole." And he jumps up out of the cart like he's going to do something. Holy shit, that's when she turned loose. "Oh, really? Oh, really? You're going to stand up and kick my ass, but you need a cart to walk over here and get your part? I'm thinking you're just using the cart to try to shove people." And that's what he was doing. Trying to use the cart to, like, just bump through here. "I'm old man. Let me get in there."
When did this happen?
This happened yesterday on my second trip.
I didn't hear
you were,
any of this.
No, I had already told the story and stuff by the time you'd come back up.
Holy shit. What happened, or did you just walk away?
No, the managers finally came over there, and they got the old man backed up and was trying to, he's still sitting there about, "They're getting in the way, I'm handicapped." Are you shitting me? You just jumped out of that chair like you was ready to do something. Handicapped my ass. She should have beat the shit out of him.
God damn.
Yeah, he was really rude, but anyway, managers came over there, calmed the lady down, and backed the old man out because he was the aggressive one. And, and I just thinking to myself, what a wonderful world. Anyway, Spark, what's your story?
Oh, I don't know if I can top that story.
This was a good one. I talk about entertainment. Holy shit, look at this. Lord.
Hold on a minute.
I was just going to talk about a story here.
The story there?
A few years ago when I was still working in the trade, it froze up, and it rarely freezes around here, but he had a hard freeze. Pipes were bursting all over town.
All right.
And as an working for an electrical contractor, you go to an electrical supply house.
Get parts.
Well, and everybody knows everybody by name. And as soon as it walked in the door, the counter guy yells out, "Don't even ask for heat tape. We don't even have any more heat tape. We're all sold out."
Just
He'd been getting calls all morning, and people coming in, and he was just pissed off to be the man. I said, "Make a sign."
I should have known something was, should have just put a sign outside, cut down half the traffic. When I was in line for gasoline the other day, I kept thinking to myself, because the little place I went to is called Rojo's, and it's been there forever. Used to be way out of town, now it's in town. It's the only thing with gas. The only little store with gas. Ain't even got credit card pump or anything. You can't use a card. It's one of them old time you have to go inside and pay and then come out here and flop the lever over. It's one of those. And man, there's a line going down the street in both directions. Only one island is open. So I'm sitting there, and the guy, in front of me, when I finally got up there, he's got to get diesel. Well, how this is working is when you're the second one in line, you go inside and pay. So you can, I'm the next guy on the next pump, and I want this amount of money. Okay. And I'm going out there. And as I'm walking out the door, the lady says, well, that gentleman's pumping diesel, and our pump runs slow. It might take a little while. I said, okay. Not a problem. I'm just thankful to get here. I go out and sit in my truck. The old guy pumping that diesel in that truck is there forever. 3 vehicles, including one vehicle that had, count them, 10 5-gallon gas cans, had done pulled up to the other side of the island and filled up. I'm sitting there watching this guy fill up all these gas cans, thinking to myself, if this fucking thing runs out of gas before I'm just going to be, it'll put the cap on my day. But it didn't, and I got my gas, and I was thankful for it. But, man, I was sitting there watching that guy pump that diesel for a good, 25 minutes or so. Sitting there every once in a while, he pulled the nozzle out and look over there to see if it was still fucking dripping. So, what fun.
That guy with a gas can must have had a generator.
Yeah, that's what it was. There's a lot of people with gas cans filling them up for generators and whatnot. But it was the only place around that had gasoline, so there was a long line, and I wasn't about to get out of it. Anyway, before we get on with the show, as late as we are, let me catch up again here. My buddy Catman56, Keith up in Minneapolis, donated $10 and said a little help from Minnesota. Buddy, it's going to come in very handy. It's not been a good month. Anyway, Diana Mallory, bequeather of the gong, and Secret Squirrel donated $5 and said, thank God we have a real president who is sending Texas some relief, even if it is in a red state. Time to turn it blue. Indeed, baby. They are sending generators and other equipment down here. Thank goodness for Joe Biden in this administration, because if it was still the last guy, yeah, he'd be down there throwing paper towels. Anyway, Sarge Tech donated.
He wouldn't be throwing them. He'd be throwing everything else but paper towels.
Yeah, that's what he'd be doing. Anyway, Sarge Tech donated $5 and said Rush Limbaugh dies in the middle of Black History Month, 2021. Karma. Couldn't have picked a better month. Could have done it on the 1st of February, though. Ben Stroud donated $5 and said last time it was above freezing in Kansas City metro area was on February 5th. This is the first time 70.4% of America has gotten this kind of weather, and at the same time. Indeed, it's a huge event, not only here in Texas. Texas is getting it because we're dumbasses and weren't prepared. But this is impacting a whole lot of people across this country. Ardessa.
John, that's one of the points that need to be emphasized, is that this is not going to stay in Texas. This cold front is going to move across this country, and people need to be prepared. You need to prepare before it gets there.
We got 2 more nights below freezing here, but today it warmed up to 41, so the water's all running, everything, Jenny's ice,
definitely not complaining.
No, 41 felt good today.
Yep.
It's her every day. Every morning I have to go out there and punch the ice out of Jenny's trough for water, so she could get to the water and drag all the ice out and everything. So today I noticed it didn't ice over. So one little thing you can be thankful for. Ardessa, a.k.a. Purple Moon Dragon, donated $5 and said, lady came today from clinic. Dan's going to have home physical therapy and will help since I'm injured again. Oh, love you all. Ardessa, well, thank goodness you got some help coming, darling. Please take care of yourself. Maria Betancourt donated $5 and said, DeSantis is opening vaccination sites in rich areas, threatening to close sites in others if people complain. You know, Ron
DeSantos needs to just get in trouble, and DeSantos needs to go away.
Ron DeSantos needs to go the same way of Greg Abbott. And who's that? Kent down in Georgia. There's a list of these idiots that need to go.
They all need to go.
Oh, Annie.
You're supposed to do for your people. If you're not going to do for your people, then you don't need to be a governor for your state.
Yeah. You're supposed to. You're not supposed to run off to Cancun or storm the Capitol in an insurrection and ask for vacation down in Mexico. Yeah.
Yeah.
Talk about privilege, baby. Annie
or
Coburn.
bitch about it, and then the next day get on a plane and go golfing with Trump.
Right. Yeah. Well, guess who's down there now? Somebody just went. Somebody.
Lindsey Graham's been. He's
Lindsey
going
Graham's
back down
been
there.
No, this is the second in command under Mitch McConnell in the Senate.
Oh.
I think, or it's the second in line under
McCarthy.
And no, McCarthy's in the House.
Thune.
Who is? Yeah, that's who. Zoom.
Thune.
Well, it sounds like
from
Zoom.
North Dakota or somewhere.
Ah, there you go. He's the one down. He's going to run down there and kiss.
Well, you know, they all got to have their time on his ass, so they all got to have time.
What do they got to?
Putting those lips down,
time stamp there. They only get so many minutes, so they all got to schedule their.
His ass. Yeah.
The Brown war officer. They got to get some more.
Go get some more. So how else are they going to prove
kiss
to
his
the
ass,
maggots
they got
that
Cheeto dust.
Huh? What's that, Velda?
You gotta get Cheeto dust.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said they gotta get Cheeto dust.
Yeah. Be blessed. It's like the cross on Ash Wednesday, except it's in
They
Cheetos.
all got to have their time of putting their lips on his ass for a few minutes,
It ain't going to stop. Now we have a feud between Mitch McConnell and Trump. I'm going to sit back and watch. This is entertaining to me. Go after it, baby.
I hope they rip each other apart.
I do too. I let them go at it. I feel like going to each side going, you heard what that guy? I wouldn't take
Hold
that
on a
shit
minute.
from
Let
them.
me go get my popcorn.
Yeah, let me go get my popcorn. Annie Corbin donated $20 through Super Chat. Annie, thank you very much. And our buddy Johnny Fly up in Pennsylvania donated $5 and said, my heart is with you and your whole family, John B., and for all of Texas. Get rid of your governor and Ted Cruz. Stay warm and safe and love you all. I am tonight because this house is warming up. If we lost power now, I'm crawling under the sheets and staying there until tomorrow because it should be warm.
Oh,
Marcia,
John, I seen something on the internet. And it should go out to everybody. If you've got an old tent, these pop-up tents, go ahead and set them up in your house.
Yeah.
Put some blankets over it and make a cocoon, and your body temperature will help keep those tents at least 60 degrees warmer than it is outside the tent.
That's called the huff and puff method. If you ain't learned by now, if you're ever out and it's freezing ass cold and you're in your sleeping bag, first thing you do is you jump in there and put your head under there and breathe under there for a little while because your breath is a lot more warmer. It will warm up your tent or your whatever it is. Everybody start huffing and puffing and you'll warm it up in there. Yeah.
I saw a good image on the internet today.
What? You're not supposed to be going to them porn sites, sir.
No, there's a porn. You take a candle and you set two bricks. Set it in between two bricks, and then you take a clay pot and put it on the bricks over the candle, so
it works.
The clay pot heats up.
Yep, that emits the heat. Yeah, I've seen a lot of stuff on.
Or if you have like a gas stove, at home, take your gas stove, light it, take an old tin can like a coffee can, and flip it over, and just punch a couple holes in the top, and it'll radiate heat everywhere. We used to do that hunting.
Thank goodness Maestro had been without power for 3 days. Fortunately for him, he had gas still to the apartment he lives in, so he was able to keep his oven and his burners on, and it warmed the house pretty good because it's pretty good insulated. But he was out for 3 days, tickled to death when it came back on. I'm telling you.
I seen a neighborhood. I can't remember the city that it's in, but all the neighborhood is out. The big nightclub is sure going rocking.
They got their own generator and they're cranking out.
They got to keep warm somehow.
Oh well, not everybody can afford to run off to Cancun. Some of them got to stay
Nope.
here and party, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. Hiding my ass.
I don't know. This, this is, opened a lot of people's eyes down here in Texas, including my own. There's a lot I didn't realize, like really, everything shuts down. We're not prepared to plow the roads or to salt the roads. We're not prepared.
Well, you
for the
guys don't have any of that
generators.
infrastructure, do you? Do you guys have anything like that?
No,
really?
no. We have
I
trucks,
mean,
but
it's
like I said
usually
before, it's
nice
enough to
down
go out
there,
and
but-
put salt or sand over the overpasses. That's
Yeah,
it.
it's not like my state that's the first thing they think of. It's like, okay, make sure all the trucks are running, make sure all the plows are on, make sure all the sand's in the back.
No,
Okay,
that
now we're
that
ready to
doesn't
roll.
happen down here. That doesn't happen down here because it ain't going to get that cold for so long that we'd have to worry about that. Hell, it only gets cold for, maybe overnight and it'll warm up the next day. So yeah, Texas was not prepared for this.
Yeah.
And
well, and especially down in your guys' area, you guys don't get that cold.
yeah, we
like,
don't. No, we're on
it's been
freaking
like
water
100
down here.
years since it got that damn cold.
Indeed. As a matter of fact, over 100 years. It was 1890 something.
You know what, John?
Huh.
Even though this doesn't happen very frequently down there, there's other events that do happen.
Oh,
like
yes.
Cat 5 hurricanes.
There you go.
Everybody, no matter where you live, should be prepped in some kind of way. Water on hand, certain amount of gallons for every person in your family. And don't forget your animals. They drink water too.
Oh,
Have
indeed.
food on hand. Need some canned food that you can rotate through. And just keep some canned goods no matter what it is. It doesn't, when you're hungry, it doesn't matter what it is.
Oh, let me tell you,
It
darling.
doesn't matter what
during
it is.
hurricane season, all there has to do is be a hint of a storm out there
but
that is
John,
going to track this way.
We are living the effects of climate change now.
Oh, yeah.
These seasons, they're all the same now. Hurricane season, you might as well been in a hurricane down in Texas that hit the whole goddamn state.
Yeah, and this one's hitting the whole country. Yeah, we're
Yeah.
the infrastructure
Tornadoes,
in this nation
hurricanes,
is not.
earthquakes, fires, whatever. Ice storms, polar ice storms now.
Yeah.
We need to be prepared at all times of all the year, not just the particular season. We need to stay prepared because your government is not going to help you. They go on vacation to Cancun.
Look at that. Curtis Wood, I just noticed it. His comment was perfect. Curtis Wood donated $5 to Super Chat. Curtis said, John, we have a rover on Mars that seems to be operating fine, hands-free, at minus 81 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yep.
From here.
I am going to say that was really cool to watch.
It was that. If you did not see that, I got to listen to it on the radio, but when I got home, I saw the replay.
But that's the thing. We could spend billions of dollars going to another planet, but we can't take care of the people here that need help now.
Yeah, we should be able to do both. We should be able to walk and chew gum at the same time.
We should take care of those here first before we even think about venturing on another planet, because a lot of us ain't going to get there.
Oh, none of us are going to get there, baby. Ain't none of us getting there.
I don't plan on going anywhere. That's why I bought a canner.
81 degrees
and my
below
friend
zero?
Velda
Fuck no.
taught me how to can this past summer, and I have food stocked up. And I wish that I could send you some.
We're fine, baby. Appreciate that.
I know, but I would.
Yeah, I know you would.
John?
Yes, dear.
And I'm going to make a suggestion
Sure.
to you.
But
Go and find yourself a trash burner. One of those two-eyed wood stoves. Put it in your kitchen. It will roast you out of your frickin' house.
well, I don't have one of those, but I did build some not too long ago while I was still welding. Had built some little. They looked like little potbelly stoves. They're made with tire rims. Just welding tire rims together, making a few cuts on the inside, cutting a little door out and stuff like that, and voila, a little potbelly stove. Well, we had them out there in the yard, cranking up with wood and boiling water on it and all that stuff, cooking on it. Yeah, it was. We had that because there's no shortage of wood around my house. And we wouldn't run out.
Set it in your house.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, no.
Get a trash burner and put it in your house.
Yeah, I don't want to be burning anything inside the house, so that puts off some. Unless you got it vented outside, that could be dangerous.
Right. You use a insulated stovepipe to go through your walls, and then run it up the stovepipe up where it'll get you good draft. And in the wintertime, you can use it to supplement that electricity.
There you go. That's an idea. Well, I'll have to take that into consideration.
And I tell you what, having a wood stove in your house that you can cook on,
that's always beneficial.
Saves the electric bill.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say I can't wait to see my electric bill next time, because this whole house runs on electricity, and every time it did come on, baby, that furnace was cranking all the time.
So's my house.
Yeah. But hopefully,
So
like
I'm not going to be charged $900 a kilowatt.
900 a kilowatt. Yeah, well, I'm not too far from you.
They were saying it was going to cost $9,000 or $900 a kilowatt hour.
That would be expensive
for bringing in electricity into Texas.
I haven't heard that, but that sounds mighty fucking high. That sounds mighty high.
If they think that they can turn,
it's going to go to Cruz and Cancun.
If they think that they could turn a profit off of buying that electricity, which I don't think that they can, because Texas is on its own electrical grid, for that very reason, they didn't want help from the federal government. They wanted to be independent, yet they didn't want to maintain. That's the
whole reason why we have a separate power grid. So Texas wouldn't have to be involved with federal regulations.
Like hell, John.
Yes, they would. We wouldn't pass the federal. We wouldn't pass the federal inspections down here. For 30 years we've had nothing but Republican leadership here in Texas, who is just hell bent on not upgrading anything. We're never going to need it. Don't worry about it. Besides that, we have to repair it every time a hurricane comes along anyway. Don't worry about it. They have just constantly. The only thing that this state worries about the most is its oil and gas industry. That's it. You need a new bridge over your town so bigger tankers can get in here. No problem. We're going to help you out with that. We'll get anything done that helps these refineries up and down my coast down here. They have no problem getting legislation passed for anything that the oil and gas industry needs. It's just like a rubber stamp for Greg Abbott. Whatever the hell they want, carte blanche, go after it, baby. And our state suffers for it. This state is not progressive. I mean, we are progressive in a lot of ways, but not in our politics, buddy. We're still back in the old West,
Yeah, but this week, since hell froze over down there in Texas, I bet it's going to change.
Yeah, I'm hoping. There's a lot going to change.
Since hell froze over down there in Texas, I bet it's going to change.
Hello, Tony.
I'm hoping. There's a lot to change. Texas, I bet it's going to change.
Tony.
Hello, morning.
Coming in mighty hot. I couldn't understand.
He has speakers
feedback.
Yeah.
Speakers in the background. Tony, you need to turn that down. Getting some feedback here.
Yeah, a lot of feedback.
We'll
I couldn't.
bring Tony back in just a second.
All right. Anyway, we're glad he stopped
that. If you're going to look at alternative ways of heating for yourself, please do it in a safe manner. People are already dying from asphyxiation from the carbon monoxide that's being produced in their homes.
A lot of people, that's the bad thing, and people need to look on that. It says on the back of those buddy heaters, do not burn inside unless
you don't burn anything inside your house.
Ventilation is important. It may be cool for a little while.
Yeah, but gotta have the smoke vented out of the building. You can't burn anything in your house.
Yeah,
it
you can't be burning stuff
to burn
like that.
Something like that. You can't start a barbecue pit in there. Just don't. The fumes in there would.
You can't even use.
We had a mother.
You can't even use a gas grill inside.
No,
you have to take
mother and daughter.
Do not use gas grill. Do not use a barbecue pit. Don't use anything. Go outside, shelter yourself from the snow and the rain and the wind and whatever. But do it outside.
Yeah.
Do not burn that stuff inside. It will kill you.
It will kill you or burn your house down. One of the two.
The
So
only
be
reason
careful.
propane,
Or
the only
both.
reason like natural gas and stuff like you can use it in your house is because they vent for that type stuff. But you still
Yes.
got to make sure your vent isn't, there's no snow against it and stuff like that.
$9,000
Yes.
a gigawatt. Boy, howdy shit.
I
That's
wasn't
something. Thank you,
misclosed.
Huh? Go ahead.
I knew I'd seen it. I said I knew I'd seen that and heard that
Yeah.
about the electric cost.
And people, hey, if you need to, you need to stay warm. There's a lot of pets out there that like to snuggle.
Hell no.
Yes.
I heard Benjamin Stroud's house
Hey.
was warm, so I'm going up to his house.
Hey guys, I'm gonna bow out of here. I've got to go take care of some stuff. I'll talk to you later. Have a good show, and I'll see you all later. Love you bunches.
Love you too,
Bye.
Stay
Stroud.
warm,
Thank you for
Zelda.
coming. Benjamin Stroud, how
warm.
are you?
Just trying to stay warm.
There you go. What's the temperature up there? Kansas City.
20.
20. Yeah. I'm
Well,
twice
the
as
heat
hot.
wave's
John.
coming your way, Ben.
Okay.
John, I'm about to, because we got a lot of people in the queue, and I know they want to get in and talk to you.
I
And I'm
appreciate-
so excited that you guys are doing better than you were.
Yeah, I'm hoping that
Thank you.
this is it.
All right.
Our power company, our power generation station is only about 50 miles from me. I'm hoping that was the last of the power. I'm hoping with the temperature staying warmer the way it has been today, which during the days we're going to get up in higher temperatures. I'm hoping there won't be any more trouble. But knock on wood, we don't know.
Y'all be safe.
All right,
Y'all be safe.
Bernadette, thank you for coming
All
on,
right.
baby. Bye-bye.
You're welcome. Not a problem.
Well, seems to be cold all over. 20 up in Kansas City. So what the hell are we complaining about? Because y'all are used to this, right, Ben?
Yeah, we're used to this, but not like it was the other day. The other day it was below. It was so freaking cold. It was below zero, and the wind chill was minus 20.
Yeah, a lot of talks have been down here in Texas, but yeah, for us to get this low here in Texas, I pity anybody north of me. Anybody north, and that includes all just San Antonio. It has gotten bad all the way
I
over.
talked to my brother-in-law. He lives in North Dakota.
Oh boy.
And
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
said when
So-
he gets home tonight, he says I got to plug the truck in, the car in, and the van in just so I can get to work in the morning.
Yeah, the weatherman is already figuring the way that this month has went for everybody and everything. He said everywhere where we've seen this extreme cold weather, we're probably going to see extreme heat this summer.
Yeah, let me answer fire sign. The lady and child, as I understand it, somewhere up by Houston, a lady and her young child got in the car to stay warm. I understand the car was inside the garage. Again, not enough ventilation.
Not
And
enough
they
ventilation.
both
Open the
died.
garage door.
They both died. We've had 16 deaths directly related to the weather, either by asphyxiation, carbon
Got to
monoxide.
have your smarts, and especially in these
hypothermia.
days and times.
Yeah, we've had it down here, and it is. Diana Mallory sent a donation, $5, and said, "John, you need to hook up with Michael James." No shit, he lives in California. I know where. It's Wartech. Me and hasn't had an electrical bill for 6 years. No shit. That would save me a whole lot of money.
You kidding
Diana,
me?
thank you.
And I feel like we got the proper front yard for panels to gather
We
shit.
couldn't do it on top of the
Well,
house,
you-
but we could put it up in the
You
front.
could actually put it on top of Travis's house. It'd generate a lot of power.
Yeah. Yes.
Are you kidding me? I'd love to get the fuck away from New Oasis Electric
Lord.
Co-op.
Oh,
God,
shit.
fuck them people too while we're
It's,
at it.
Watch him come out here and shut me off now.
Yeah, well.
James Crowley
Hey, John.
is a new Patreon member. James, we thank you very much, brother. Welcome to the Patreon family. Yes, Ben.
Hey, John, I'll tell you what, there is actually a better type of water line out there than PVC and copper. And you know what it is?
Huh.
It's a little more expensive, but in the long run, it's worth it because you know what? It will never burst if your pipes freeze up. It's called PEX.
PEX? You know, I think
That's
really-
not true. That's not true. That I have pecs.
And it
If
froze.
it gets cold enough, it will freeze.
Yeah. Wood is not a conductor. until you put enough current on it that it's going to arc. It's everything has its
good.
limit.
It is good because it does, like the nights that we've had 20 degrees below zero, I didn't have a pipe freeze. But after that 20 degrees below zero, yeah, they froze. They still froze.
Nothing pisses you off more than frozen pipes. Bill Jones, please tell me that you held well.
Are warm.
Over in North Carolina.
We didn't have that freezing ass rain and nasty shit y'all got. We've had some pretty nasty weather, a lot of wind and rain, as you may have heard about. I had a tornado.
I did indeed. I saw the wind and rain.
About a mile and a half right across the river from me. It tore up Ocean Plantation pretty good, but we're not used to having tornadoes there. We're on the coast. We're used to having hurricanes. But certainly not tornadoes, and that was a shock. So
yeah, I've always said, give me a hurricane any day. I can see that son of a bitch coming for a week.
Yeah, I can watch that damn thing come for a week.
Here it comes. Let's get ready.
You can see a tornado coming. You just gotta get the hell out of its way.
Yeah, you got to see a tornado coming. What? You got 15 seconds. Oh, there you go. Suzanne Jarrett says, no Texas. Not only does it freeze, but the rats will eat right through it. They love it, I guess. Yeah.
I hope the people in Texas were paying attention that the man that they did not, by 2 points, put into the Senate like they should have, Mr. O'Rourke, has been working his ass off with the people in Texas.
Yep.
And the senator that they put in decided to go to fucking Cancun. Really?
Now wait, wait, Bill. Bill, I heard a direct from Ted Cruz. He went down there with an empty suitcase, grabbed some of that warm air. He was just trying.
Yeah.
That's why he went. Yeah, shit. How you like that?
It amazes me that Beto O'Rourke is out there trying to help people and get food and supply water, and Ted gets on a plane. What the fuck?
Exactly. Beto O'Rourke made phone calls.
We didn't have any heat or anything, so we went down to Cancun. Yeah, well, nobody else can go down to Cancun there, Teddy.
Yeah. Beto, he went to every county. There's or is it 200?
254, you said.
254 counties in my state, and some of them are a long way, and there's only like one town or two towns in it. He's going there.
Yeah.
He went all over the state and made a lot of contacts. If he took your phone number, baby, he kept your phone number. You may not get a call from him every day, but he's got your number, and that's what that's what Beto O'Rourke has been doing. He has been personally calling all these people that he has met over the years, personally asking them, are you all right? Have you got food, water?
I just hope the people down there wake up and put him in some kind of office, because the man he cares about the people of Texas, and he shows it.
He shows
like
it.
Fucking Cruz.
Or Abbott. I want to see him now run for governor. Run for governor against Abbott. It should not be hard at this point to beat that asshole.
I have a couple clowns in the Senate myself. I know how you feel. I got Burn Tillis, and it's like, I know the deal. We just need to find some good people. We got one or two here. I tried to get Al in office, Mr. Cunningham.
Right.
But there's a place for him. He's going to get an office sooner or later. He's a good guy. And he's out there working, he's out there working now with homeless people and trying to get seniors COVID shots. He's out there busting his ass in the street. He ain't, sitting around like a bunch of these goddamn repops. He's out there working.
He's not on a trip to Cancun.
Yeah.
Hey, guys, I got some good news to tell you.
Hold on, Ben. Let me get David into the conversation here before we get to good news. I want David to hear it, too. David, are you with us, brother?
I am with you. Just trying to remember the push-to-talk button I used.
Oh, there you go. How you doing?
Well, I'm doing good. I'm not doing go to Cancun, Mexico while my constituents freeze good, but I'm doing good.
Yeah, well, I'm glad to hear that. I'm not in the same. I'm in the same boat. I couldn't go to Cancun if I wanted to. But
I'm ready for some good news. What was going to be the good news?
What was going to be the good news, Ben?
On Wednesday, my father went and got the second dose of the Pfizer vaccine, and he did not get sick from it at all.
Outstanding.
I'm still waiting for the first.
Me too. I'm right there. I'm waiting on the first one.
I'm still waiting for the first.
Yeah. It's not picking up.
You have an appointment?
Yeah. That people are spreading around that the second dose of the Pfizer vaccine makes you sick and makes you feel like COVID. No, that's not true.
Appointment? Is that what you said, Sparky?
Yeah, I got an appointment.
Well,
it ain't till March 27th, but I got an appointment
got a date?
for my first shot.
Yeah, ours is
And my
a
second shot is April 22nd.
Nope. We take care of our people like we take care of our infrastructure here.
They introduced a new system today in California too. Statewide registration
shots?
system. Yeah.
They're going to do it a different way than they have been doing it?
Well, it's a statewide website.
Oh,
so you can sign up and it'll register you wherever you live.
Mm-hmm. Wait a minute. I'm reading about corn stove. Dried corn. Yep. Dried corn contains oil and ethanol. Sure. Hey, heat production. Hey, there you go. Corn stove.
Corn cobs.
Thank you, Pete Briggs. You learn something new every damn day around. Not only are you getting entertained, you're learning stuff here. This is some fine show. I'm telling you right now.
Corn cobs.
You ain't tuned in. You're missing out.
Hey, I got another story, John.
What's your story, Spark?
You know, trees are responsibility for a lot of the fires out here.
Yeah.
Branches
when they
break off.
catch fire and they burn.
Branches break off and they hit the power lines.
Right.
Well, a couple months ago, I'm outside and I'm looking across the street and there's this guy over there with a vest and a hard hat on and he's looking at the neighbor's tree and she's close to the power line. I'm on the other side of the street from the power line.
All right.
I said, what the? And he says, I'm cataloging this tree for test. And then the other day, I see the guy's back down to all the trees he cataloged, and he's got these stunt spikes or something they're putting in the ground to try and stunt the growth of the trees so they won't get limbs into the power lines.
Stunt the growth of the tree. Isn't that another way to kill the tree?
I don't know how it works, but the guy was they're a company. I mean, it's a whole new growth industry here in California.
Oh, I bet, because especially after the Campwood fire, because people were really taking notice of, hey, the power company has not been taking care of their transmission lines and trees growing.
Well, that's the whole thing. I mean, they weren't getting enough tree trimmers out there to trim the trees.
Go figure. Another company that is not keeping up with the infrastructure.
We had just like four blocks from me out to the highway.
Right.
The oak tree decided to. I mean, there's oak trees out here that some of them are over 100 years old or so, and then they decided to give up their limbs. And a big old limb came off this oak tree. I mean, it smashed down right through the power line, down to the ground. There was the house right next to this road that goes to the ranch, has these oleanders, and it just collapsed the oleanders. It was a huge branch. It took them several hours to clean that up and get the power back on. But I have, since they started this shit a couple of years ago after Camp Fire, I went out and bought a generator, and I got it all set up through my man cave, which is a 20 by 40 foot shop. I got an electrical panel out there. I backfeed the generator through that panel and into the house. I just go pull the main, shut off the main in the house till the power comes back on.
Right. And
I can run all my refrigerators. I can have TVs going. But what really sucks when they do these power shutdowns.
Yeah.
We lose the fucking internet. It doesn't matter if you got it.
That's what, it's bad enough that you ain't got the damn electricity, but then when it goes off, there goes the internet. And that provides everything in the house for as far as entertainment or information in this house. And that's. I was just sitting here noticing.
Well, you could always have gotten Travis Travis and Tyler out there, and they could have reenacted Star Wars while you were sitting in your pickup truck.
Yeah, turn on that lightsaber. Does that lightsaber put off any heat? Turn that sucker on. I just noticing in the chat all the people.
Now I'm visiting your sons out doing lightsaber fights by the wood stoves.
Yeah, you know the wood stoves I was talking about? My 2 kids were out there feeding them things. You keep them dumb bitches going there, too. I'm going to come out and get warm. Yeah, the only, when the power was off, the only thing I had was my phone for a hotspot, and I could turn it on, and I mean, it eats up that shit quick.
Oh, yeah.
It just burns right through it. Anyway,
Hey,
I was just noticing.
John,
Yeah.
What happened to that generator you acquired a couple of years ago for when you had that hurricane or something?
I don't have that anymore.
Oh, you gave it away?
No, I wished I had. I wouldn't give it away. No. That was several years ago, and one of those situations, Bob. You know, you got a house payment you got to make. You ain't gonna make it, and you ain't.
Oh, you sold it.
I had to sell it to make a house payment years ago. So, yeah, it.
Oh, okay.
And it comes back and bites you on the ass every once in a while. We are now at the point where the donations from the Blue Dot family has now put us in a position to where we can sustain now, but it wasn't always like that. So yeah, we got in a bind. Anyway, if I would have had it, I wouldn't have had a fucking problem. I would have been down there with the gas cans like them other fellas. But anyway,
but the price. You know what happens when there's a big deal like that? The price of generators skyrockets.
Yes, it does.
Oh,
yes,
ridiculous.
And it's sad. That's how come I was impressed with the guy that delivered the wood at his standard rate. That was nice of him. I've seen where some people were going door to door up in Houston handing out hot cocoa, and they'd go back home, make some more, and go out and do it again. There are stories of neighbors helping neighbors down here as much as they can. People opening their house to, that do have power to those that don't. There's a lot of, citizens reaching out and helping other citizens. That's what you do. That's what you do. Unfortunately, out in the rural areas, it's more difficult, but people do check on each other as best they can out here. Texas has a lot of outstanding people, albeit not of them all live on my street, but we are a great state. It's our government here, our state government, that has been screwed us over for, like I said, 3 decades under Republican rule here. The districts are gerrymandered to shit. We can't get. It's difficult to get a Democrat on the ticket, much less elected. So yeah, it's rigged here. You talk about Republicans yelling rigged election. Fuck, the only way Republicans win is if they rig the shit by gerrymandering or voter suppression.
Did you, John?
Yeah, Ben.
Yeah, did you hear what's going to happen on March 4th?
Yeah, Donnie's going to be sworn in as the 19th president.
About that.
Oh, there's more. But wait, there's more.
Yeah, a lot of our congressmen and congresswomen on both sides, and a lot of our senators on the blue side have said that they're not going to be at the Capitol on March 4th because they also have PSTD from the 6th.
There is a march planned on March 4th. That's right. They're back. There's a right-wing MAGA march rally planned, I understand, on March 4th in the Capitol. It's
going to be led by the
maggots are going to return.
Head dickhead?
If you think Donnie's going to give up, he ain't going to give up. He ain't going to run again, I don't think.
No, I said, is it going to be led by the head dickhead?
He's going to be rooting them on. I don't know if he'll be there. He'll be there as much as he told him, let's walk down there. I'll be there with you.
Hold on a minute. I got to get in my Cadillac.
Means something different. Kay Allen. Talk about Washington, D.C. Thank you very much. She just donated $5 to Super Chat. Kay Allen is the one who every year donates an animal, heifer charity that donates an animal. I'm always so proud.
Dickhead's not going to leave Florida because he knows once he leaves Florida, he can be extradited.
He can be extradited in Florida. He can fight extradition, but good luck with that shit.
Yep.
We're all waiting on his ass to be look at y'all. I'm sitting here crumbling a roach up, putting it in Cavendish in my pipe.
Oh, you poor baby.
He's the paper it was dyed in. Don't need that no more. Anyway, I forgot where I was.
Did you ever hot knife a roach?
Yes. When I lived in California, of course. 2 butter knives. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, hell of a head rush. When I lived in California, don't do that here because it's not legal.
Well, I've only dipped into 2 of the product I got last week.
Oh, did you? Yes, Sparky. Remember the last time Sparky was here? He enlightened us all that he had a delivery coming. Fucking delivery. How was that?
And I remember John's idea to that was kiss my ass, Sparky.
I said no such thing.
Yeah.
I was happy for him. I told him I was really happy for him and all that shit. That didn't work. My button didn't work. Oh, that's it. Sad,
yeah, play the violin.
Yeah. So how was that, Spark?
Oh, I'm on the Notorious blend right now.
The Notorious blend. And is it?
It does the job.
Does the job.
You know that.
There you go. That's all you can ask for. If it does the job, you're in good shape.
It's like milk. It does a body good. Is that what you're saying, Spark?
That's what they say.
Yeah. It does a body good. The joints don't ache and you feel spry again.
I heard it has medicinal value. That's what I heard.
Well, it works. It really does.
Hey, how did Robin? Has she noticed any difference with the priest trees?
Well, didn't you get a report last week?
I thought he said he liked it last week. Oh, hell.
He
I'm
loved
sorry,
it.
my brain has frozen. Oh, that's right. I'm sorry, my brain has frozen since then. It went into hibernation. That's right. I was on there last Friday, and he did say that. Well, I'm glad.
And Agnes loves it, too.
Outstanding. I'm glad it helped with both of them. Ed Bately Jr. just donated $5 and said pronouns Beatty. How come I seek...
How many times
I don't
does
know.
Ed have
Every
to tell
time
you?
I guess Ed, I'm sorry, brother. Ed Beatty, because when I look over here, Ed Beatty donated $5 just to remind me that I constantly mispronounce his name. I am sorry, Ed. Look how long it took me to go from Wick to Wyke, from Karen Van Wyck to Karen Van Wyke.
Yeah,
it took me, brain cells are running slower nowadays.
Well, to be fair, Ed wasn't just talking about how you always forget his last name, more about
it said John B. for Congress. Oh.
Yeah.
Does that mean I could go to Cancun? Huh? I'm just asking. I'm asking for a friend.
I'd kick your own ass if you were trying to do some shady shit like that.
That's not where my heart would lie.
No.
And it shouldn't have been where Ted was.
I don't believe
Ted
it was his kid.
Ted is known as a matter of fact.
Blame it on your wife and blame it on your kids. Oh, well,
Yeah, blame it on your wife and kids. There you go. Throw them under the bus. Yeah, here, honey. It's not my fault.
So Heidi and I just said,
it's her fault.
We're going to go. Yeah.
My kids made me do it.
John, you're funny. You said Ted Cruz has a heart. You're funny.
I know. I was trying to be funny, but yeah. Ted Cruz ain't got a heart. Ted Cruz is the soul of a used car salesman. The sleazy kind. Not a reputable guy trying to make a living. No, we're talking about the guy that would screw you in a heartbeat.
Yeah. Travis, I got a new idea for a new sound for your dad for his soundboard. When he pissed off at something, the sound of Darth Vader breathing.
Ooh, yeah. There you go.
That could be interesting. I mean, we can add pretty much anything to there. I'm still
your
waiting for Dad
father.
to tell me what else he wants.
Yeah, every time your dad
Travis, I am your father.
Duh.
Every time your dad's pissed off at Ted Cruz, play the Darth Vader breathing sound.
Darth Vader. Ted Cruz, he's not fit enough to fill Darth Vader's shoes. Darth Vader would look at Ted Cruz like, you scumbag, get out of here. Ted Cruz would be the used spacecraft salesman, kicking the tire out there. She's a fine machine. That's Ted Cruz. But John Cornyn's not any better. John Cornyn's just trying to duck and hide nowadays because he's going to come up for re-election before Ted does. And so he's trying to stay out of the limelight. Ted Cruz just got re-elected in 2018 when Beto O'Rourke...
Wait a minute.
Huh? What?
John Cornyn just got reelected this last election.
Yep. That's like I say. Ted, that's what I mean. Ted will come up before. Yeah, we don't have anybody running until 2024.
Yep.
Or 6. Yeah.
24.
24.
Damn.
Yeah. We're stuck with everybody. Except the governor.
Dang it.
Except the governor. And the lieutenant.
That ought to
and
be
the attorney general.
That ought to be a good race.
My
congressman. Is he gonna run again?
Abbott? What else he got to do? He's been sucking off the government tit all his life. He ain't got no other job.
How many times has he ran?
I'm hoping Beto O'Rourke is going to run against him.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
I really do.
Because basically, even if he's a Texas governor, he can only run twice.
I'll move down to Texas and work for him. Hell yeah.
No shit. Beto O'Rourke, I am so proud of that guy.
Hell yeah.
Even after his loss to Ted Cruz, he
Yeah.
continued his work in this state. And
he gives a shit about people.
He does.
Yeah.
And it's going to show,
John,
baby.
you hear the good news about the GOP?
They're disbanding?
They
They're
said
breaking up?
No, check this out. No, ever since January 6th, people have been changing their voter registration from Republican to Independent.
I
and
saw
droves.
that. I did see a story, something about Kansas. A lot of people in Kansas switching from Republican Party to Democrat.
All over the country.
All over the country. So,
Yep, switching to Independent.
So when they get down to the point, it's it's obvious. Like the other guy, which I love that when Joe Biden called him that, the other guy, not former president, not Trump, it was the other guy.
The other guy.
I kind of like that. So if you hear me talking about the other guy, that's what I'm talking about. Just putting that out there so you know from now on. Now I forgot what I was saying.
45, the other guy.
Yeah, the other guy. The twice impeached other guy, the disgraced one. I forgot where I was going with the other guy.
Like I said, he's down at Mar-a-Lago playing with his balls right now.
Yeah, he's playing with his balls. He ain't got no balls. He's got Lady G.
He's
for
got
that. Lindsey Graham.
He's
got Lindsey Graham down there playing with his balls. Don't worry, that other guy coming.
He has the new ball washer, and that's Lindsey Graham.
We're gonna see. We're gonna see. This division within the GOP is going to show itself. These senators, these congressmen, these state officials are going to have to show themselves.
I have a question.
Raise your hand.
Quick new subject here.
You think about it, Lindsey Graham, isn't he supposed to relinquish his chairman duties?
That's supposed to be the rule.
Oh, he already has.
He's not a chairperson anymore.
Yeah, he's gone. Thank
Just
God.
making sure, because she's doing a lot of bitching for as little as he is.
He's tied to Donnie's.
Well, media gives him too much time.
Yeah. Bill, you were going to say something?
Yeah, I wanted to bring up something that nobody's talked about yet, just real quick. I don't know if anybody noticed, but during the last 4 years, we had a president that waffled between 33 and 49% approval rating.
Yes.
I think you noticed that, right?
Never reached 50.
Yeah.
Never hit 50.
And he was down. He was down to 24
as of the day
sometime.
before yesterday, Joe Biden hit 62%. A record.
Hey, wait. I got a button for that. I forgot I had a button for that.
And it looks like it's even going to go higher. The point I'm trying to make is simple. Trump voters are coming over to Biden's side because at the time of the election, it was 52 to 48. That was the percentage going into the election.
Right.
So Biden has jumped up to 62%, 62 and change. And what I want to know is I think those people might be Republicans coming over to say Joe's a pretty good guy after all.
Not a bad guy. I heard good things about him. He's over there doing shit.
Well,
when I watched him.
And he's bringing things up like the minimum wage and COVID relief and getting help for people.
He did his town hall the other night, and we watched
awesome.
it. It was indeed,
awesome.
And he was on point, on message, the whole thing. Every subject came up, he talked about it and talked about that subject and
Yep.
it was
Yep.
it was amazing. It was amazing
Yeah,
because
and
we
he talked to
haven't
people.
seen
He
that.
talked to people.
Yes,
Yeah. We didn't. We had a president that just talked shit. He didn't actually talk to the people.
Yeah, he
say,
just
hey,
pulled crap out of his
can I
ass and
understand
threw it
your
around.
problem? How can I help you guys?
Yeah.
You know, that's what I'm here to do. I'm a leader, and Joe listens, and all we got out of Trump was a bunch of shit.
All we got out of the other guy was, hey, did
I
you
don't
see
have to
my
do
crowd?
anything. You have
I
to
was
kiss my
big.
ass.
I had a big crowd. Yeah. As a matter of fact,
He
Stormy
knows how
Daniels
to
said my
be-
pecker was this big.
But I'm just.
I do
I'm just
like
glad
Biden for that.
uh,
At least he helps the people.
Well,
He knows how to be president.
There you go.
And the people, the point I was making by that quoting that 62% thing is the people see it because they just had a president that walked out the door with a 33% approval rating, and their new president has a 62%. That tells you that they care a little bit
Stick it in
more
your
about
ass,
this
other guy.
Yeah.
I always like to remind him of Obama's Twitter feed, even when on Donnie's best day, Obama had it twice the Twitter followers that the other guy had ever.
The other guy. I love that name. I'm going to start using that.
I am the other guy. What other guy, John? You know, the other guy, the asshole that was in office before Biden.
I never called him President Trump. I always called him 45. Now I'm going to start calling him the other guy. I like that.
You know
I'm
what?
going to call him impeached.
Whenever I wrote, I never, and I am known occasionally for writing something that makes sense, I hope. I never used his name. I would always call him the man in our house. That's what I always refer to him when I write, as the man in our house. Now I'm going to have to come up with Now I'll just have to switch to the other guy.
I always put #45. I never used his last name or the word president.
I didn't want to ever write his name in anything I wrote.
The other guy. I like that.
The other
Put it
guy.
in quotes,
As
too.
soon as
The
that
other
came
guy.
out of Joe Biden's mouth, I snagged on that. The other guy. I love that. I love it.
I liked how they put
Appropriate, too.
Yes.
I liked how they put it the day on the news. They were basically like, he's the impeached president. And the one guy goes, well, how are we supposed to do that? And he goes, okay, he's the double impeached president.
Yeah. The twice impeached president. The first one in our history. He has 50% of all impeachments in our history.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what president paved the way for the other guy?
What?
Ronald Reagan is the one that paved the way for the other guy.
Indeed. Ronald Reagan paved the way for a lot of shit. If we get into talking about politics and how our nation, I revert everything back to when Ronald Reagan was in office, because he brought everything you see now was brought to you by Ronald Reagan. He started that rock down the hill to convince.
A whole bunch of them early guys. Lee Atwater and all the bunch of them.
And the thing is, none of them would fit into the party today. They'd all get their ass tossed out.
Reagan would be a Democrat. They threw him
City
out.
on a shining. We're not that.
I mean, Newt Gingrich, they don't even want to talk to him on
Newt
camera
Gingrich.
hardly.
God, there's a disgusting creature from the past. Teresa Diggum donated $5 to Super Chat and said, heard today
Hey, what are you growling for?
there is a Facebook sports person who suffered brain trauma is taking strong hallucinated mushrooms, and it helps him tremendously. Go figure, yeah, I believe that. You bet your ass. A football sports person is taking hallucinogenic mushrooms, and it helps him tremendously. The medicinal benefits of a lot of stuff that they have demonized over the years hasn't been touched yet. So yeah, there's a lot of good help that could come from drugs that have been demonized like that. Mushrooms.
Is it
being
Broadway
one.
Joe?
Broadway Joe?
Yeah,
Oh.
that's him.
Guy with the
I always
legs?
see his commercials on TV.
Oh, God.
Yeah, you can get all this insurance wherever you need it.
What was
It's
his
like,
name?
yeah.
Broadway Joe. Joe.
Oh, I'm so sick of his Medicare commercials.
Yeah. Yeah, I am too. Yeah, he goes, what's his last name? Damn it. Somebody give it to me.
Joe
Namath.
Joe Namath. Joe Namath. Yeah, I'll never forget the legs commercial in stockings. Yeah, that's the first.
Oh, yeah.
That's the first time I took notice of him. Wow, look at them legs. Are you shitting me? What is that? Scare a man half to death. Shit. Anyway.
Yeah, you know, legs commercials sold a lot of legs. Then,
Yes, they did. Yes, they did. He was a fine advocate for women's legs. Had a hell of an arm though. So yeah, there you go.
Well, that's like they said when O.J. Simpson was running through, for Hertz.
Yeah.
It was okay because Hertz rent-a-car went back. Then he just was running through the airport to get the hell out because he knew he was going to get caught.
Then later on, he just he didn't run to the airport. He jumped in a white Bronco and tried to.
And took off. Yeah.
Didn't work though.
Mexico.
Well, ended up it did work.
Have you noticed we don't see any rent-a-car commercials on TV anymore?
No, not that many. Well, we have them out here sometimes.
Yeah, we
have rent-a-car
Enterprise,
commercials.
And
Yeah.
they'll come pick you up.
Yeah. I haven't rented a car, I don't think, ever in my life. Thinking about it, though, next trip I ever take, rent a car. Seems easier.
Yep.
Well,
if I break
Grab
down
it
in
in
their
their
car, they got to come do something about it. If I break down in my truck, I'm screwed. So,
Yep.
I'm thinking that could be a... Anyway, it's
You
about
can even
time
rent
for us to wrap
motorhomes
up.
now, John.
Huh?
Yeah.
You can even rent motorhomes now.
Yeah, you can rent RVs. Hell, anything nowadays if you have the money. Shit, that's all it takes is money.
John, there you go. Rent an airplane. Go down to Cancun.
Yeah, that's what I'll do. Rent me an airplane and go down to Cancun. Yep.
The
right
difference
after I
is we'd bring...
start shooting silver dollars out of my ass, I'll do that.
If we had the means, the difference would be is we'd take everybody with us. So I'm just saying.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody in the room
nice
right
of
now.
you, Travis.
Everybody at the sound of my voice. We would all go.
I don't want to go.
I'm just...
That's okay. We're not your mom. We're not going to tell you to go.
Oh, no. He's
I
got to
don't know that
go.
I'd like to go to
He's
Cancun.
got to go.
There's other places.
Everybody.
There's other places. I
One
think I'd
person
like to
doesn't
visit,
go,
like
nobody goes.
Australia, and
That's it. You're going to ruin it for everybody, Spark?
I
You don't
guess.
go, nobody goes. You can't go, huh? All right,
Not
people.
to Mexico.
There you go. There it is. I was going to take you to Cancun. We was all going to run down to Cancun, but because Sparky said no.
Now, if you told me I could...
That's Sparky
going
at
back-
post office box. What?
Thailand, I'd be first in line.
Are you shitting me? Would you? In a heartbeat, bub? Would you truly?
Yeah.
Of course, you know that old saying, you can't go home anymore. It wouldn't be the same place we left.
No.
I know.
But I'd still go back.
No, 45 years ago for me. Good Lord.
Yeah. Yeah, me
That was
too.
a long time ago.
Me too. Things were a little different then, but
Yeah.
yeah, my plan was to go back and retire over there. Oh yeah, life was great. Felt fucking alive. You felt like the world of, you could see the world. Yeah, that's what I always say about, for those that have never had the opportunity to, what was that old thing? Travel to foreign lands, meet interesting people and try to kill them.
Yeah.
It's lots of places. But the experience of visiting other countries and other cultures is something that it stays with you the rest of your life. No matter how old you get, those memories will always be in there. And it's fine. It's all I got to live with. My head. Anyway.
They got your senator on MSNBC right now.
Yeah?
Ted Cruz.
He's on MSNBC right now.
Good.
I did it for my
Went
kids.
down to Cancun.
Yeah.
They're talking about him going to Cancun. They showed a clip of Beto Cruz handing out water to people in El Paso. It's like the difference of two politicians, right? Like, really?
Yeah.
Now, that's the difference between a politician and a real man that wants to work for his state.
Yeah.
What's up with El Paso? They get to be off your grid.
Yeah.
They're in the
There's
western
El
part of the
Paso
state.
and a little part of north up in the Panhandle, I think, is not on our grid.
Yeah.
It is controlled by
Yeah.
others. I don't know why that
Well,
is.
they're the national grid.
Yeah.
Texas is on their own grid, except
Yeah,
for a small
our
part
own
of the
grid,
state.
so we don't have to pay attention to federal regulations.
Right. It's all about money.
It's about money,
and
baby.
greed.
So everything that happened here was greed. They took their profit well over any interest in providing the services that they were supposed to. The Electric Reliability Council of Texas just showed just how reliable they are. Anyway, we're going to wrap it up here. I want to thank everybody for coming in tonight and visiting. I'm so sorry we were gone for so many days, but we will be back hopefully with the power staying on every night or every day. We'll be tomorrow's
Weather
Beer and Bud
happens,
Friday.
brother.
Tomorrow is Beer and Bud Friday. Sure. If I go to find beer, surely the beer guy made it through. I bet your ass, if anything made it through, the beer truck made it through. I'll have to get prepared for Beer and Bud Friday.
You're out of beer?
Well, I am right now. I mean, you know, I was looking for bread, brother. I was lucky. I got 2 packages of hot dog buns. I got some flour tortillas and some English muffins. That's the bread. The only thing that I could find. Thank goodness for the tortilla. Anything tastes good on tortilla. Fuck, I don't give a shit if it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Slap it on a fucking tortilla. It tastes better. I'm just saying.
Yep.
Lasagna, I put the fucker between a taco, and there you go. Italian taco.
Tortilla lasagna, there's a new
There,
thing for you.
it's whatever you got, you can slap between a tortilla. Benjamin, thank you, brother, for coming in here and reporting all the way from Kansas City. We appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Good, good. Come back all the time. Bill Jones, North Carolina, buddy. We're glad you didn't get the freezing Asco, but we saw the rain you got, so take care of yourself.
Yeah, we're still getting rain, but that's hopefully going to go away by Saturday night, they say. So we'll see.
Go. As long as
one of these days, I'll give you a jingle, and we get to talk about tobacco and no politics. We won't talk about we won't talk about that other guy either.
No, that other guy. Leave the other guy out of this shit. We're going to start.
I'm stealing that from you.
Steal it away, brother. Steal it away. Start referring to him as the other guy. Anyway, thank you, Bill, for coming in.
Man.
All right, take care.
You bet.
And David, out in California, brother, we're glad you stopped by.
Thank you, sir. I'm glad I did.
Yeah, you was being quiet back there. I noticed you was...
thoughtful listening.
Thoughtful listening. There you go. Well, I'm just glad you're here, brother. Everything going well, though, right? As far as everything else?
Everything's going.
Everything's going. It could go better. Well, we'll send you some good vibes, brother. I want them to go better.
I'm watching and waiting. You know, there's lots of things in the air right now, which Biden's trying to do. There are things that I'd like to see him do that he may be backing off, which I'm just watching.
Yeah. Well, that's what we're gonna. That's our job, baby. To be influence. I mean, not influence. To be informed of what's going on. That's the biggest responsibility we have. Anyway, David, thank you for being here, brother. We appreciate
Thank you, John. Thank you, everybody.
You bet. And Sparky, tomorrow's the Holler Tree, huh?
Oh my.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
If anybody wants to drop by, just go to headon.live, click the link, and if you got Skype, and you'll be right in.
Right, just like here. Come by and say howdy. Robin Kincaid over there. She'll be on Friday on the front porch tomorrow. So yeah, stop over there and see.
And if you don't show up, I'll have to report on you.
I know it. I don't need that because you lie. I need to tell them the truth.
You need to tell them the story of the other guy. Make it your thing.
That's my thing from now on. It's the other guy. I heard Joe Biden say that, and then that was it. It's solidified in my mind. The other guy. He doesn't deserve anything more than that. Spark, I'll be over there by the tree tomorrow. I'll drop by tomorrow.
Okay.
All right. T.W. Travis, you and Mark, take care of yourself out there in Colorado, brother. Stay warm. And keep your pipes from freezing, brother.
Oh, well, that's what we've been trying to do.
Outstanding.
Hanging out.
That's all we can do. Hang in for one more fucking day. One day at a time, sweet Jesus. All right. All of our YouTube family, our Facebook family, our Periscope family, appreciate y'all tremendously for coming in and visiting us. Your time is the most precious thing we have, and I'm glad you come by and spend some of it with us. Still in a pandemic. Wear your mask, wash your hands, stay the fuck away from nasty-ass people. If you're in a cold weather, baby, hunker down, stay as warm as you can. This shit cannot last forever. So, just hang tough, baby. There's still a lot of people suffering under this stuff. So please take care of yourselves. And here for Friday, if nothing goes wrong, we'll be right here on Friday, and then we'll be back here on Sunday and try to get back in our groove with another Blue Dot family meeting. Should be warmer on Sunday. By Wednesday, we're going to be back up to 81. Oh,
hey, man.
Yeah.
Cool.
Man, I'm just dancing for that one. 81 Wednesday? Talk faster. Anyway, thank you. Oh, this is that's Sherry P.
Oh, okay. Cool deal.
That's Sherry P.
Oh, you finally got a hold of her?
I got hold of Sherry P. and we talked. Yeah, had a great conversation. Got her address. There you go.
Let's do it.
We need to do that. Anyway, Y'all take care. I love you so much. Y'all say good night to everybody.
Bye.
Good night,
y'all.
Good night, everybody. We'll see y'all later. Thanks for coming by.